What's happening? We trapping. You understand me? Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Sorry for my tardiness. Shout out to Miss Regina Green with the green. Bruce got the toxic juice. Mr. Aaron Ball, we in the building with it. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. Let's go. Somebody give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Let's go. Shout out to Joe Trenchina, Tyler in the building, Kelvin Hicks, Michael Lockhart, Jeffrey Lombardi Dozer. What's happening? Hope everybody's having a good morning. Let's get it. Let's go. Sir, please hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Say I'm a bit low. Oh no. Let me see what I can do. What about now? Did that improve? Let's see. Shout out to Kelvin Hicks, David Sorrells, Big Dallas 8604, let's get it. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure you hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card, I promise. Okay, he says better. Shout out to Miss Etta Lockhart. I know them Lockharts rolling in deep. Y'all the goats in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it. Y'all know I'm still fighting this cold, so y'all forgive me. But we gotta make sure them haters do exactly what they supposed to be doing. You understand me? Let's get it. We know we gotta make sure them haters on their job real quickly. Make no mistake about it. You understand? Yeah. Y'all hit that like and share for your boy.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey. Ain't no looking back. Came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we just getting K and they just in the way. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, cause we just getting K and they just in the way. Hey,
let's go and start the show up. What's happening? Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching us from a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Shout out to everybody rocking, man. I hope everybody having a good day, man. You know, it's been a little news from the Star coming out. Man, it's been a little news coming out from the Star out here. And, you know, we had 7 players work out. And we signed a young man. But you know what they say. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Oh, it's just a business news report. That's all it is. Let's get it. So, first and foremost, they said, you know, breaking news, we still doing the show tomorrow night. I got to make sure I remind y'all so y'all can tune in. You understand?
Trap.
Shout out to everybody rocking. I hear a lot of people saying about the final word. I peeked in. I was busy last night, but I'm going to have to rewatch it. I know Brian Brothers was on there. So shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports and Law Nation. You know, all the guys over there at Final Word. I'm going to have to check that out. But we will be having Cavante Turpin tomorrow. And let's get it. Y'all make sure y'all show up and show some love, man. We need y'all support. Okay. Bam. Now, shout out to DC Network on Instagram. Cowboys have worked out former first-round pick Keneal Harry of the New England Patriots and Jacob Eason, quarterback, Bryce Perkins, Lynn Bowden, Tyron Johnson, who they signed, Jordan Miller, and the Kadarius Keys. I'm not familiar with him. But, hey, we did sign Mr. Tyron Johnson. That was interesting. Over N'Keal Harry. You know, that's the most recognizable name, him being a former first-round pick and playing at the New England Patriots. So we're going to have to see what's going on, man. He said, you can never keep your voice, my guy. Man, I just been going through it with these the climate change and stuff, man, so y'all got to forgive me. My voice is weak, I guess. I don't know why. But this time I had a cold, though, as well. So, yeah. It's surprising that we didn't try to sign N'Keal Harry. He was basically the most known name, and he's a first-round talent. So it would have been interesting to see what he can do. You know, you're going to get a lot of shots when you're a first-round pick. So we got to see what's going on with him. But it's obvious that the Cowboys are trying to fill in this third quarterback role. You know, you get an extra roster spot, if I'm not mistaken, just for a quarterback these days. So the Cowboys are interested in trying to fill that void. ATM says Perkins, a dynamic player, making mobile quarterback. I'm interested. Shout out to HTM. I ain't too familiar with Perkins, so I'm gonna have to check him out too. But I was really just concentrating on the one we signed. So we worked out a lot of people, but we only signed one, to my understanding, and that's Tyron Johnson, the wide receiver. And Stephen Jones says on his interview, the trade market remains on the table for Stephen Jones and the Cowboys front office, as some moves could be coming post minicamp. And there's a chance we may trade some guys out who we don't want to take to training camp, and we'll replace those guys with another guy at the same position. So I think that's kind of interesting, man. We already talking about trades before we even get into it. Y'all give me 1 second. My voice is giving me all kind of trouble, y'all. But let's see. Yeah, we talking about trades already. I think that's pretty interesting with the Joneses. Now, they probably talking about like at the back end of this roster. And, you know, it's pretty much not going to yield much with these players that's practice squad guys. I don't really see that being too much. But, you know, ain't no telling. That might be alarming for people like Marquise Bell or somebody like that, one of those undrafted free agents at the back end of the roster. I don't think they would let go Bell because I like him, but we'll have to see what happens. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll have to see what Jerry and Steven cooking up regarding to that. But shout out to the 33rd team. They says top wide receiver versus DB matchups in 2023. And, of course, you already see one of them right here. Of course, we already see one of them right here. But this one right here will be super interesting to me. I can't wait to see Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle going up against Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs. I think this is going to be a phenomenal game. If we can get Tua healthy, you know, I just want to see that matchup. This is going to be for the culture, you know what I'm saying? I think that'll be very interesting. We don't have a need to be worried about receivers these days with two phenomenal corners like Stephon and Trey. So I can't wait to see what happened with that, man. I just can't wait. That's going to be probably my favorite matchup, you know, being Jalen Waddle, my guy, and then Tyreek Hill is just phenomenal too. So I can't wait to see how that turn out, man. That's going to be my favorite matchup of the year, as far as on both sides. And then, of course, the brothers, brotherly love, you know, they got to go up against each other. Diggs on Diggs crime. I can't wait to see it.
Trap, 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 trap.
I can't wait to see Diggs on Diggs crime. And, you know, we finally get to see from all of those backyard images that we saw come into fruition. Like, we can really see them go up against each other instead of just in a practice setting. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't recall them ever going up against each other. So this might be the first time they actually line up against each other. So I can't wait to see that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It seems kind of weird that they ain't played each other, but I don't think they lined up against each other yet. Brother on brother, digs on digs. So let's see. Bam. Now, shout out to John Owen on Twitter. He says, been watching a lot of Sam Williams today, and man, if he cleans up his feet and the way he uses his hands, he could be a high-level edge. Blessed with an impressive blend of speed and bend and power to go with tone setting physicality. The sky is the limit, man.
Trap.
The sky is the limit for a player like Mr. Big Slam, not the little one. And you know, a lot of people don't know this. I've been seeing the community going crazy with it. But I have to say, I am the creator of Slam Williams. I ain't trying to toot my horn. I'm just saying.
Trap.
Didn't nobody say Slam before Landlord Sports. So make sure every time I give people, I use somebody else's terminology. I make sure I give them their proper respect. So all I'm asking is the same, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to use the name, just say, make sure you shout me out at least sometimes. That's all I'm asking. But let's continue. I can't wait to see Slam this year. Shout out to Cowboys Fan Talk on Twitter and YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all go support my content, brother. Make sure y'all support me. He says LVE 32nd ranked linebacker in the damn league. That's just tough right there. And PFF got him all the way at 32. Now we know we don't trust PFF on that type of time, but we do have to take it at least into consideration. But yeah, you always got to take that into consideration. Like, even if we don't think their grading system is on point, 32nd is pretty low, man. Know what I'm saying? So at least, well, if they absolutely wrong, where would he be? Well, what? How high could you take him up? Like maybe about 25 or something? We don't know. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That's pretty low for Layden. Even for Layden, that's pretty low. So we'll have to have that on the lower discussion. We might do that as a poll question today. Is Layden Vander Esch properly ranked? Should he be higher or should he be lower? I put higher for yes and lower for no. That's what I do. So let me set the poll up real quickly if y'all don't mind. I think that's an interesting poll. 32 is pretty low for Mr. Layden Vander Esch. I'll say that myself. It is. So let's see if I can get this poll together real quickly, y'all. If y'all don't mind. Let me see. Cause it's pretty much a mixed bag on Layden Vander Esch these days. Because some people high on them, some people low on them. Some people kind of neutral. We'll see what they say. Let's see. I'll just say high, no. Can you hear me right now? Can't you hear me, HTM? Let me see. No sound. Wait a minute. Mic check, mic check. Oh, he said we can now. Okay. You scared me. Alright. Okay. That's the poll question for today. Make sure y'all let me know if y'all make sure y'all remind me to check it before we leave. Alright. Once again, these the players. And shout out to Patrick No.C. Walker on Twitter. He gave us some keys. You know, Harry is an ex-first round pick. Eason is an ex-fourth round pick. And Short Drive for Miller won XFL championship with the Renegades. So those are some key notes from each player that he had on here, man. I thought that was interesting that Eason was a fourth round pick. I didn't know that. So that's something to think about, man. You got to see what's going on with these players, what the Cowboys are interested in as far as these players go, man, because, you know, I'm not too familiar by most of them. I'll just be honest. But Khalil Harry, I know him from New England. And that's pretty much it on that list. All right. But Mr. Tyron Johnson, the one we signed, is a very much so a journeyman. He played for every single team in the NFL, look like.
Trap.
Played at the Texans. He was an undrafted free agent for the Texans, Buffalo, Houston again, Carolina, Los Angeles Chargers, Jacksonville, Raiders, Houston again. Houston must like him a lot. He must stay on their practice squad a lot. Cincinnati, then San Francisco in 2023. So he's a well-traveled young man. I say that. He's a journeyman for sure. He's been in the league since 2019 as an undrafted free agent. And this is his career statistics. Only 23 receptions, 422 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And, you know, that's pretty minute. We'll have to see what the Cowboys see in this guy. I see that he's pretty much a deep threat. He do a lot of down the field routes, so maybe they see a little potential in that. Who knows? Mike McCarthy might got something cooking with this young man. Who knows? But they said during his 2 years at Oklahoma State, he had 80 catches, 1,288 yards in 26 games. Johnson entered the draft after his junior year at Ohio State University. He was initially signed by LSU out of high school in 2015, but transferred to Oklahoma State. So he at least got some big-time offers and ended up hitting that transfer portal out of LSU. But out of the 2 years, that's just not nothing to, you know, go crazy about. 1,200 yards, that ain't too much to throw a parade about. So I'm not sure what's going on with the interest they got in this young man. But, hey, maybe he'll shock the world. Shout out to Michael Gelkin on Twitter. Says Cowboys owner Jerry Jones on Terrence Steele. I'm liking his flicks that we're mentally thinking about. I think the fact that those tall guys with the kind of length and arm length especially, I like the fact that I like the fact that they haven't been ruled out inside. I see how that can work. I don't know if I agree with that, but, you know, we'll have to see. Because Terrence Steele is a huge man. To have him squished up inside as a guard, I just want to see how it works functionally. Like, what can I say? He got to have enough room, man. This dude is huge. And, you know, just the wrong step at the wrong time can make an injury on another part. Like, you can injure somebody else. Terrence Steele is huge in the middle of these two people. One wrong step could hurt somebody, step on their ankle, anything, man. So I just want it to be a seamless transition if they do it, just to be safe. I don't want nobody getting rolled up on and then like that. So we'll just have to see how that work out, man. Hopefully for the best for us. Michael Gelkin goes on to say, for context, the Cowboys have worked a number of offensive linemen who are tackles by trade inside at the guard this spring. Chumanga Edoga, Josh Ball, Matt Waletzko, and Asim Richards amongst them. Terrence Steele not yet been asked to play left guard as he continues to rehab from his knee injury. So they haven't did it with Terrence yet, but they probably trying to give him some grace and give him a little time to get right, and then they probably gonna ask him, hey, we might need you at guard, sir. But I think I'm still on the team that's saying that I want to see Mr. Tyron Smith at left tackle one more time at least. That's all I want to see. If you're going to put him on the line, I don't want him to live and die on the right tackle. That's just my preference. I want to still see Tyron Smith as a left tackle. Before I throw him off a bridge and all of that, I want to see him at left tackle. Now, they still look like they're trying to make him go back to right tackle, so that'll be something we'll have to evaluate. Him being a right tackle for 2 years in a row, that might see some tremendous improvement as well, though, because he was rested last year coming off an injury playing right tackle. We asked a lot of Tyron, and he still delivered a decent season. He wasn't phenomenal. He wasn't gold jacket Tyron, but he still had a good year in that regard, in my opinion. Let's see. Bam. Shout out to John Machota again on Twitter. He says Cowboys, Stephen Jones said they have in general touched bases with all of their top players about contract extensions, meaning Trayvon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, Terrence Steele, etc. The timing has got to be right for those guys, and it's got to be right for us. Our goal would be to hopefully start to chip away at this. Our focus is also winning in 2023. No specific order. It's just kind of when opportunities arise. They got to be motivated to want to do it. See, you see he putting all the blame on the players.
Trap.
That's dollar bill for you.
Dollar bill!
That's dollar bill.
Shut down! Pay no country boy nothing! Nothing!
Does that not sound like Dollar Bill Jones? He ain't said nothing about himself or the organization. He basically just saying the players got to do this. They got to do this. They got to do it. He ain't said nothing about we. He said they, everything. So Dollar Bill is not a guy you want to negotiate with, more than likely, in my opinion. Like, this is when it gets nerve-wracking when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. In negotiation times, man, I always be concerned that Stephen Jones gonna disrespect somebody and make somebody just go crazy and blow up and want to lead a team or something. Stephen Jones really grinds my gears, man. I know you do gotta negotiate, I understand that, but it shouldn't be this hard, man. Just get the deals done, man. These are the players that make up the team. We need these players for sure. Just imagine us losing any one of these players. We would be in shambles right now. We would.
Trap.
I can't name a player on this list who, if we lost them, we would be like, it's okay. Like, man, sign these boys to quit playing with us. But he says they got to be motivated to want to do it. It seems like more and more guys want to wait. And I understand why, because usually the price goes up from 1 year to the next year. People don't seem to be as in the type of hurry, but if the opportunity is there, we sure would like to get 1, 2, 3 of those guys signed. We love to do more than one. Now that's an interesting, the way to end it. I'm not sure, he's still saying that everybody want to wait on the market. Now it do take two to tango, so I understand that part of the dynamic, but I don't know, Steven. I don't know. People don't want to sign with you. We might need a whole new negotiation dude, man. You know what I'm saying? We might need a whole new negotiation partner. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I want Steven doing that, But what can we do? They own the team. So we got a terrible negotiator that's the head negotiator at the table. I don't like it. I do not like it, but I don't know. Y'all let me know if it's just me. Is this when y'all get nervous? Because I get nervous with Stephen Jones starting negotiating people. Like, let me know if it's just me. I don't know. Let me know if it's just me. Shout out to Chris Wilson in the building. Money Mission says David Jones is opening it. Does not care about the team, only his pockets in his father's brain. You mean Stephen Jones, I guess. Yeah. He said, let Will handle negotiations. Yeah, man. I think I'm not the only one that gets a little concerned when people start doing this. Like, when we start getting into negotiations, man, I get a little worried about Stephen Jones. I ain't gonna lie. Cowboys Gumbo said, nah, our guy just can really be the highest paid in their position. Said they cannot, I guess. Can't really. I'm not sure what you meant, but I think I got what you was trying to say. Joe Tranchina says, we lost one guy on the offensive line. We're in trouble. We have no good backups. Exactly. So why would you want to play with these boys when it comes to negotiations? I don't even want to go down that road at all. So we'll have to see how that works. Miss Patrice said, hell nah, Steven. Stress us the out, man.
Trap.
So you feel me, Miss Patrice? You on my same type of time, cause I be. He said you butchered it. Hold on. I butchered it. Wait a minute. Nah, our guys just can really be. I don't know, bro. You misspelled something, unless I don't know that word. I don't know. It might be me. What's happening, Miss Wanda? Cowboys fan for life, Davis. Cowboy Gumbo said you butchered it. But yeah, man, I get concerned with Stephen Jones though. But I don't think I got much more after this, so let me see. Yes, I do.
Maybe it was 6.
This is Stephen Jones. This is Jerry Jones talking about he might just listen to him. He kind of got me a little lit this time.
But we're doing that. We certainly, there's an active free agent market relative to some pretty talented people out there. We want to keep a close eye on that. But never shut the door, never.
That boy said never. He wanted to make sure you understand he's never shutting that free agent door though.
To the potential to smartly add to our team for this year. And I emphasize that for this year. Mainly, I would tell you that 99% of my thinking is about this year. Now,
Trap.
That's where they differ, in my opinion. That's where Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones differ. It looks like Jerry said that he's thinking about this year, 99%. That sounds like all in to me. What y'all think about that, Trap? What y'all think about that? That sounds like Jerry Jones is ready to go try to get him 6. And what we've been hearing Stephen Jones talk about, money, the future, this and that. I don't understand. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones are at odds when it comes to this. I ain't heard Stephen Jones say nothing about this year. I heard Stephen Jones talking about the future and other people's money. Jerry Jones said 99%. I don't think you can get higher than that now. I don't think. I don't think you can realistically get higher than that, right? For him to say 99% of his focus is this year. So if I hear Jerry talking like that, don't be surprised if he go and make a move this year. He might make a move this year, y'all. He might do something else. The way Jerry talking, Jerry sound like he is all in. And I love it. And I feel like he understands that this is the time is now. I told y'all, we will never have these superstars on our team for a lesser price than they are right now. That'll never happen again.
Trap.
Shout out to Miss Patrice with the 199. She said Jerry's looking for 6. He's aging. He want that 6. Absolutely. And I'm telling y'all right now, I just told y'all, we will never, ever in our life have these superstars on this team for a cheaper price. Ever. So if you want to invest in anything outside of that and add to this, this is a perfect opportunity. And I think Jerry understand that, man. That's why I was saying this before we got Stephon Gilmore and before we got Brandon Cooks. I don't think people, like some people weren't following me. Some of y'all was. Y'all can attest to this. Did I not say those same things? I said the time is now. Go get people now. And that's exactly what they did. But it sounds like Jerry might not be done yet. It sounds like Jerry just might not be done yet, and I love it because that's the type of mindset we need to be in. I told y'all, we need to go tell Stephen Jones to go sit in the room for a minute. We need to tell Stephen, hey man, sit this one out, sir. Just go chill out over there. You know, go to the room, Paw, and just sit down and let Jerry go handle this because Jerry trying to get this dub. I feel like Jerry's on that mission, man. I like when he said that. It got me lit. I feel like Jerry could be all in. Yeah, he said Jerry don't have nothing to lose. Exactly. That's what I feel like. Iceberg in the building. He says all in. They go get Javon Kinlaw and put him next to Mozzie Smith. Oh, is he still available, Iceberg? He's still a free agent, or you talking about trading for somebody? Let's see. Yeah, you'll have to trade for him, wouldn't it? Probably have to trade for him. Ms. Patrice said, and then they don't think we've had this much cap space in over a decade, or am I wrong? Exactly. We done had, I don't remember us having this much at this late in the free agents. So you might be on to something. Okay, he's saying trade for him. JT in the building says, Evans, what's up, landlord? Always making great points. Your conversations are about the tight end room has made me a little concerned now from yesterday. Oh yeah, with West Coast now. Yeah, it is a little dire, you know. It is a little dire. It seems a little grim when you talk about them young players, man. We got to get them young players up to speed. Shout out to Common Sense Lab in the building, man. What's happening? I think Jerry got a little more to say.
Now you got to think about the impact on other years when you make these decisions. So
that was that other 1%. Jerry ain't slick though. Did you catch that? Trap. Did y'all catch that though? Jerry ain't slick. He said you got to think about the rest of the people. That's the 1% for Jerry. Jerry like, nah, I want to see. I'm all in on this year. But he had to be realistic and give you that 1%. Like, I'm still thinking about the future, but I'm basically on this year, and that's it.
You name it, whether it be Zeke, whether it be where we are with, like the guys that we worked out here today. We're all the time looking to add depth not just for training camp, but also add depth for that 53.
So can really
add depth for that 53. Trap. So Jerry still seems like he's in the market, y'all. He seems like he's still in the market. So let me chop it up with the chat for a while. What y'all thoughts is on Jerry going all in, you know, on us signing a new wide receiver. What's y'all thoughts on these things going on in the Cowboy world? He said San Francisco just signed Hargrave. Yeah, they been got him this year, right? From the Eagles, they did that during the free agency, I believe. They did that during free agency, I believe. Said bring back Zeke back in Dallas. I wouldn't mind seeing Zeke back in them. Because at a cheap price. The only thing that was a problem for me with Zeke was the price. You know, you didn't want to dedicate a whole lot to a running back, you know, after you just gave Tony Pollard $10 million. Like, how much are you going to be spending on your running back room? That's just not a proper way to do your, distribute your cap. It's just not a smart idea. How you doing, Miss Sheila Neal? What's going on? Common Sense said, count bodies insane off-season talk. You talking about the guy, Tyron Johnson? Yeah, he's definitely a count body, I see. Because he's living off basically straight potential. And, you know, potential guys get a spot on the practice squad. Shout out to Jenna Herrera in the building, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Shout out to you, sir. Iceberg said, I told y'all landlord since February, our tight ends are garbage. Brian Brody said, Hunter Luke is making progress. Okay. So you don't like Ferg or Hendershot, though? I can't say they garbage, though, right? You can say you're low on them. I wouldn't say they garbage, though. I think that's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? J-La Bob. I ain't never seen your name in here, sir, but shout out to you. It says Zeke is costing us $6 million right now. Yeah. In dead money, right? I think, but you got back like $11 million off for him, though. So it kind of offset. Ms. Regina said, if you're all in, money is minute. Don't attack me. What you mean? I feel you though. Yeah, we don't need to do that. We don't need to care about the money right now. I feel like you're right. The only way you can say you all in if you ready to relinquish any kind of resources to get it done, Ms. Regina. So you right. And shout out to Ms. Regina and Michael McQuay. They did receive their hat and jersey. So, you know, landlord is a man of his word. You know, you understand? Trap. Ms. Regina said she liked the hats. If you don't mind, Miss Regina, I might need a picture and post it up on the community tab with the Landlord Sports hat on, ma'am. If you can, make sure you get that to me. You understand? He said both are slow with stiff hips. Bro, I don't know. Bro, Ferguson athletic, though. He look athletic to me. He look like he moved better than what he tested on the field. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mick in the building. She said, hey, chat, working right now. Can't type, but I'm listening. I appreciate you, Mick. Yes, sir. Just tapping in with me. I appreciate you. Janet says, I've been watching your videos late at night. Go Cowboys. I appreciate you. I know my schedule don't work for some of my people, man, but I be seeing y'all watching it on the rewatch. So y'all just make sure y'all tap in whenever you're available. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Miss Patrice said, wait, though. We got Landlord Sports hats. Yeah, she won a hat, and I gave them the option to get a Landlord Sports hat or a Dallas Cowboy hat, and she wanted the Landlord Sports hat. But I said I'm gonna start doing the top donator of the week can get a custom hat. So that's what I'm gonna start doing from now on. I'm gonna tally up the top donators of the week, and I'm gonna give you a hat. That's what we'll do. Shout out to Mafia Miles with the $10 super, man. I hope you've been doing well too, sir. Said we honestly don't need another receiver or running back. I would focus on offensive line. Our line is good, but it's not elite yet. That's fair. That's fair. Our line is a question mark at this point, Mafia. It is. It is. Like guard, we don't know what we're gonna do, but we do know we have a good 5. It's just peculiar, right? Like we don't know how they're gonna assemble this line, but we do know we have a good 5-0 lineman. And look, believe it or not, with that fact alone, you pretty much better than a lot of people in the league with just knowing that. You pretty much trap. I know it might be sound like I'm selling Kool-Aid, but think about that. It's teams in the league that pretty much don't have a best 5. We know we got 5 good linemen. We just got to figure out how we want to line them up. What's the best way to use those best 5? So I'm just waiting on seeing what's going on with that. We need these for purchase. I got them coming, Miss Patrice. I got them coming for you. I'm working on trying to get me a store going on right now. So if y'all want to support, man, be patient with me. And you know, you can still get one for the time being, just being the top donator of the week, I can get you one. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have them in mass production yet. So, like I said, that's why I say I can still get them out to people in the meantime while I'm doing the leg work to get that process going. So, the top donators of the week, I'm going to have to put that in my little ticker down here. But the top donator of the week could get a Landlord Sports hat. Let's see. He said, you need a like break, bro. It's getting not enough likes and views. Ah, man, don't tell me they stealing, HTM. Please. Y'all see me over here fighting my voice. Just trying to be consistent and give y'all this Cowboys content. Don't do me like that. Please. Hit that like and share for your boy, man. I ain't too proud to beg. Please, don't do me like that. But y'all hear me up here fighting my voice, sick and everything. So y'all make sure y'all take care of your boy. That's all I ask. You know, they are free, if you don't mind. Shout out to Darwin in the building. What's happening, sir? Mickey said, I'm in VA too. That's what's up. But yeah. I appreciate that, Mr. HTM. But yeah, man, what was we talking about? Y'all threw me off a little bit. JT says, I think there is a lot of potential for our tight ends, though, to be determined. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, even though we got my boy Iceberg, he's a contrarian too, and I respect that. He thinks the way he want to think, and that's how everybody should be. But I disagree with him on the tight end assessment. Like, I can't say that they all pros, but I do like what I see from him. And like I said, in football, you have to project. You know what I'm saying? You have to project sometimes. You can't be, everybody's not a sure thing at all 22 positions. You're going to have to bet and project on some of those positions. Like, you're not going to have a long tenure all-pro at every position. So some of these rookie players, you're going to have to project that they'll take another step. Some of your second-year players, you're going to have to project that they're going to do better. That's just how it go. JJ the Mind says, minicamp starts today for us, landlord. Oh, it do? So they take a break in the middle too, don't they? I know I got to catch up with the schedule. And somebody, if y'all got this training camp days, somebody please send them to me some kind of way. Because I'm trying to make a way to get out there. And I need the dates as soon as possible. And I can't find them for some reason. I need the training camp dates ASAP. Joe Tranchina said, hit that like button and share slapping Eagle fans left and right. Absolutely. You know how we do. Trap. You know how we do, Mr. Joe. But yeah, that's the only thing about the old linemen I think I was talking about. We just need to see how they want to assemble these guys. That's my whole thing. Common sense says we can't hope for elite players at every position. Every championship team has role players. Exactly, common sense. Exactly. You know, if there was no salary cap, we could just put all pros everywhere, right? Trap. Okay, Mickey says, I'm trying to go to training camp too, landlord. Brother says last night that they were going between July 26th and you left me on the cliff like that, Mickey. Good. Mickey hit me with a cliffhanger. That's terrible. That's horrible. Bruce said, landlord, a dirty Sprite will fix that cold right up. Ah, man, you real nefarious. I might need some, though. Ain't no telling. If it's gonna fix this, I'm sick of it. It's been bothering me for weeks now. Big Dallas 8604 says they said it on the final word. Will Steele mentioned it on his show too in response to camp dates. Okay, they said 26 to what? Cause Mickey left me on the cliff. Okay, she says we got the hookup last night. Brian Brody said that they will be going out there doing shows from July the 26th to August the 4th. Okay, and that second week is when they in pads. So I'm gonna try to make my way up out there. Let me pin that. Can I pin that from here? Let me see. I'll just start that one there. I'm gonna say that July the 26th to August the 4th. And right, the second week of training camp is when they in pads. That's what you want to see, you know. So don't go out there the first week. You're going to be seeing them boys in the underwear Olympics. That's all you're going to see. Iceberg. Let's go, Iceberg. I already know you want to fight about them tight ends. He said landlord, Luke Schoonmaker, and Hunter Luke are 4-5 athletes that can get down the seam. Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot can't get open on linebackers. I don't know about that, Iceberg. So okay, look. This is what I want to say. So you didn't see anything that gave you optimism about Jake Ferguson's game, because we know his attempts and his targets was limited. So at least you didn't even see anything that gave you, hope for the future. Like, you didn't see anything that you was willing to say you could project to be good for him. Because it sounds like you real low on Jake, and I don't really understand why. The only thing he did wrong was not have a lot of production, and that was due to his targets and his usage. That's not even on the player. So I don't really see what your issue is with Jake Ferguson. Like, we could have a logical discussion about it, I don't know everything, but I'm willing to discuss, That's all I'm saying. Help me see the way you seeing about Jake Ferguson. Like, I don't know if I articulated that correctly, but I'm just trying to see the way you see it. Common Sense says we haven't had a Super Bowl since salary cap started. Let that sink in. JJ ain't writing those checks needed. That means JJ is being restrained though, ain't it, Common Sense? Because if he was able to just sign people, he would have did that. Sound like to me. That would have sounded.
Trap.
That would have sound like to me, JJ. I mean, Common Sense. Landlord, go back to read my previous comment. Let's see what Miss Ella said. Oh, she said Brian Broaddus said Dallas really high on Henderson over Ferguson. Ooh.
Trap.
Ooh, I heard that before. And I said it on this show. And people wouldn't really believe in it. I heard that. Don't quite understand it, Miss Elder, but we'll see. I trust Will. I trust Will McClay. I say that. Linda Wells, I trust him too. He's a good tight end coach. He's one of the best out there. So we'll see. Iceberg says, landlord, the writing is on the wall. They can't get separation. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mickey, because Hendershot over there giving people no-look passes on the defense, man. Trap. I ain't never seen Jake Ferguson do that. Jake Ferguson over there Euro-stepping dudes and doing all kind of athletic, jumping over folks, trucking folks, blocking folks. I love everything I was seeing from Jake. No lie. So, I don't know, man. I'm going to have to see. Common Sense said them nefarious checks though. Yeah, you're right. You gotta sign them under the table, Common Sense. You know, it look like a drug transaction, you know.
Trap.
Look, you know, you gotta sign them under the table, then you gotta look, make sure ain't nobody looking, then sign it and slide them the check, Common Sense. That's what Jerry need to get back to them kind of checks. What's happening with your chill bill in the building? What's going on, sir? But yeah, you got to sign them kind of nefarious checks, though. Jerry got to get back into it. We need nefarious Jerry back, Common Sense. I told him to come back, but it seems like he don't want to come back. So we got to get that campaign going again. With us signing Brandon Cooks and Stephon Gilmore, though, it seems like nefarious Jerry made a quick appearance, right? He came back for a second and then went back into the behind the bushes and stuff like them Eagles fans. You understand? He did that. But I'm ready for it though, man. I think Jerry got probably one more trick left up his sleeve. I don't know if it's gonna be this headline player, but well, Zeke might be one of the tricks he got left. But he might have somebody else too. Let's see. But I'm tripping off Iceberg, though. And that Peyton Hendershot over Ferg, though. I don't know, bro. Because, look, this what's confusing. If y'all going Hendershot over Ferguson, right? Hendershot is not the blocker that Ferguson is. But then you go out and draft a blocking tight end. Does that make sense to y'all? That got my suspicions up right now. I have suspicions. This tight end situation is not making sense to me no more.
Trap.
Don't tell me my brother West Coast was right now. Don't tell me West Coast was right. I don't want to go on there and face West Coast and him being right. No, I don't got time for that. I don't want no smoke with that. If we going through all this trouble, we should have just kept Mr. Schultz then, if that's the case. So, because they sending us mixed signals. They giving us mixed signals right now. Peyton Hendershot is not a better blocker than Jake Ferguson is, but you saying you favor Hendershot over Ferguson. So I guess they just finna eliminate one of them and let Schoonmaker assume the other role. So maybe they super high on Schoonmaker as a blocker, and they super high on Hendershot as the pass catcher. But I really think Ferguson is a good blend of both, though. I don't really get it.
Trap.
I'm stunned too, Miss Elder. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that Brian Brothers interview, because I know Boss killed it. I know they killed it over there. But I was busy at work. I wasn't really able to do it, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. But man, I really can't believe it though. Somebody help me make it make sense then. Anybody other than Iceberg, because Iceberg, you're a little biased on the tight ends. I don't know if I'm going to be able to accept it coming from a guy, Iceberg. Somebody else talked me off the ledge, because it ain't making sense to me. It ain't making sense to me. See, I supposed to be talking y'all off the ledge, but I'm going to need y'all help today, because I don't get it. Like, who in here, okay, if you rank Jake Ferguson from what you seen from Ferguson, we all got eyes. Like, we might not be professional NFL scouts, but we all got eyes. What did y'all see from Jake Ferguson? Out of a scale of 1 to 10 in potential, because both of them had limited production. Out of potential, what would you rank Jake Ferguson's potential? And then what would you rank Peyton Hendershot's potential? Let's see what we can do that in the chat. The first number you put gonna be Jake, and then the second number will be Hendershot. Let's see what that look like in the chat. Iceberg said, landlord, first of all, one is from Wisconsin and one is from Indiana. Who do you think will be the better blocker? Hendershot is the stronger player, but Wisconsin, you don't play unless you block. That's what I'm saying. Ferguson is a better blocker. So, but they sitting up here saying that it seems like they valuing Peyton Hendershot's receiving ability. That's why I'm saying they giving me mixed signals. Shout out to there's my Iron Man in the building. Okay, Sarge says Ferguson is an 8 and Hendershot is a 7. That I ain't gonna argue with that. But to me, it seems clear that Ferguson got the highest ceiling. I don't know, man. Is Ferguson in a doghouse or something, man? See, I don't want this suspicion. Like, I don't want my X-Files button to go off. I don't want the suspicions. Because that be the stuff that have people starting over folks that don't deserve it, in my opinion. Like, you have a clearly better player, and then you playing somebody else because of other stuff that's unknown to us. All we got is to go off of the film, right? So it do be things that happen in-house and on the low and stuff like that, so we'll never know. But at the same time, like, bro, it can't be that big of a difference from what we seeing on film than what y'all seeing in practice. So is it some intangible things? Is Ferguson not a worker? Like, is this something that we can't just see and put our eyes on? Because it got to be, in my opinion. I don't get it. I'm really kind of stooped on this right here. Common Sense said both even to me. Miss Sheila said they even too. Politics on the field are real. That's what I'm...
Trap.
That's all I'm saying, Common Sense, because that's all I can see right now. That's what it seems like it's boiling down to, because I can't make it make sense no other kind of way. I can't make it make sense. I'm going to give y'all an honest evaluation for what I see from the player. I'm sorry. I don't support I can't support their narratives because I'm not in the building. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Jake Ferguson does in his spare time. I don't know how he rubs off on the coaches or whatever. He might be a jerk or something, getting put in the doghouse, because I don't see it on the field. I'm sorry. I don't see him lacking like that in the field. I don't. So I don't know what it is, but we'll just have to figure it out later on, I guess. Common Sense said, could be that we will just to push Ferg. Could be some old underhanded motivation, Common Sense. It could be some nefarious motivation trying to show him, hey, you think you just getting godfathered into this position, but hey, you got to earn it at the same time. So that might be the method to their madness, Common Sense. That's a good point.
Trap.
That's a good point. That might be some underhanded motivation of Jake Ferguson, because I can't see it, bro. I can't see it. And if we go that direction, I think we'll be sadly mistaken. You know, that'll be a stance I wouldn't support. You know, I hope for the best, but I say I'm going to stick to my player evaluation. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to stand on my square. I don't see him being worse than that player. I just don't. He said, jumping over a player don't make you a good player. I've been telling y'all all his catches came off of bootlegs. Nobody's checking you. Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. On a bootleg, you is open. That's fair. He said, makes more sense to me. That's what I'm saying. I have to see, man. I'm sticking to my guns, though. I see him having potential of being a good player. I do. And we'll have to see what happens after that. We'll have to see what happens after that. See, in this game, if you're going to be if you're going to evaluate players honestly, of course, I'm going to be opposed to some people sometimes. It's just going to happen naturally. So if I stand true to my honest evaluation of a player, and then some people saying the total opposite, I wouldn't be honest. I wouldn't be honestly evaluating it if I changed like that. Nah, I think Ferguson is a good player, and you know until it's proven differently, I'ma stand on that. Now whatever happens with the team, we'll just have to see. But I think it gotta be some politics involved. It gotta be. It gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Hendershot must got some of them pictures of them boys doing coke in the back of
Trap.
Peyton Hendershot knows somebody who knows somebody, don't it? And it's weird that Jake Ferguson, the one with the granddaddy that's legendary in Wisconsin, ain't it? I can't think of his granddaddy name, but he legendary. So it seemed like he'll have a pull of anything. Mika said it's crazy fans see 1 year and think they can judge a player of that off of that. LOL, y'all, wow. Yeah, that's true. One year is not enough sample size to judge a player like that. Damn, they must be bad. I never heard you cuss Jameson. Oh, man, what Jameson? Jameson out here cussing. Now, you know it's lit. You know it's lit if Jameson cussing. It's crazy today then. But Jameson said, oh, I ain't gonna read it if she cussing. I mean, he cussing. I'm sorry. Common sense says scheme and option routes led to bootlegs. Yeah. I mean, now we're gonna actually have time to improvise without so many option routes. Cause I still think they're gonna do some, but not as many. But Mike McCarthy did say they don't do any option routes in the West Coast system. So we'll have to see. But I really do think that the option routes, taking out the option routes, going to help Dak Prescott because he's mobile, and then he can improvise on the fly. Like some of the biggest plays that you remember Dak Prescott doing, like in the beginning stages of his career, was off of scrambles and bootlegs and throwing the ball on the move. And Dak is good, and he excels at that. He said, landlord, do a breakdown on Jake Ferguson. I bet you all his catches came off bootlegs. He was the better blocker, so Kellen Moore played Jake Moore. But notice he didn't run by nobody. Ooh. You gonna make me take you up on that challenge, sir. You gonna make me take you up on that challenge. We finna get into the part where it ain't much content to make too, so I might take you up on that challenge. We'll see. Yeah, because that's interesting to me. I'm finna go watch that right now. Y'all make sure if y'all ain't seen it too, y'all go check that out because that was big to have, Brian Brothers on the show for the Cowboys community. So that's great. Yeah, Miss You Gotta say that might be a video we need to see. Yeah, I think so too because Iceberg is standing on his square, and I respect that. But I think Jake got a good future. I think he can do some things. But you was good. You was big on Schoonmaker though too when the Iceberg. You said Schoonmaker was good. I believe. You was high on Kincaid, I know. I don't know what your stance was on Schoon. Let me know that before we wrap this up. Let me know what your stance is on Schoonmaker. Cause I know you was going crazy about Kincaid. You was banging against everybody about Kincaid. I remember that. You was on everybody's show banging about Kincaid. So yeah, I peeped you out on that one. But yeah, let me know before I wrap this thing on up, Iceberg. I do want to know what you feeling about Schoon. Yeah, he said this makes Luke Schoonmaker look even better because he's not practicing. I don't know how that make him better. That ain't good. You ain't practicing, it ain't never good. Because, look, if he was practicing, he can really shine right now. Look, Coach, I ain't dropping the ball. I ain't miscommunicating. That could be good for him. But, y'all, I really appreciate everybody coming out, showing some love. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. You know, like I said, once again, we will be doing the Cavante Turpin
Can really
interview
just make plays.
tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Make sure y'all check that out. And I appreciate all the love and support. And y'all already know why they hate us, because they ain't us and because we are the greatest. You already know that. I appreciate all the love and support. Let's get it.
Put my money
Let's go.
in my hand. And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every song, man, I swear, just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna switch. Coming, I guess I'ma wait and see. I'm too cocky and confident that humble ain't for me. Lord, help me with my egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never paid attention to what most to say. Their words are unimportant like prepositional phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze, but yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these I'm great enough. Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. Well, take a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the block to the Grammys, and if you try to stop me, you need a plan B. Yeah.
Stop the show. Good job, Miss Ella Lockhart. I sure forgot. Let me look at this poll real quickly, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Let's see. Good job, Miss Ella, because I sure forgot. I told y'all I'd be forgetting, because the poll be on a whole nother screen, so y'all gotta forgive me. They says LVE ranked right, and 60% said no, and 40% said yes. So a lot of y'all said they plan on LVE top, and y'all don't appreciate it. But I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all make sure y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Go over there and support West Coast Scream too, man. I appreciate all the love and support. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.